Hi guys, so I'm going to be doing some experimenting here. I just wanted to make some like fall backgrounds. So remember that ugly Spectrum Noir sparkle color I got, which is called Spun Gold, and to me it looked like an olive green. So I took this little funnel, which is a glitter funnel, and I funneled some of that color into this little Ranger mini mister. So you can see some of that mica in there. I also have some glimmer mists. These are really old. I don't even know if you'll be able to find them anymore. Strawberry pie and jack-o'-lantern. And some old smooch spritz in log cabin, and I don't know what this one's called, but this one's like a green with some glitter in it, and this one is like a chocolate color. I don't think this one has any glitter in it. Maybe, we'll see. And then I have that, and then I have this old Sukaneko walnut ink antiquing solution called Willow. So anything that I could find that I thought was like fall colors, I put into this pile. Here's another one I'm grabbing called Sunshine, also Tattered Angels. And I haven't used these things in quite a long time, so you know, sometimes you just need to revisit some of your old supplies. All right, so I just have a piece of heavy cardstock here, and then I have this stencil from, where did I put the package? Here we go. It's called the Crafter's Workshop, and this is a 12 by 12 leaf stencil called Maple Leaves. Also quite old. I am sorry if, I will try to link these things if I can find them online for you guys. And I did spray one side with pixie spray. I don't know which side because I can't really feel that right now. It's not really that sticky, but we're just going to put this down and spray it and see what we get. I'm going to lay some paper towels underneath just to pick up some of that extra spray. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. Again, just some fun experimenting. No rhyme or reason to anything I'm doing here. Just gonna see what I get out of it. So I'm gonna start with this kind of goldish color. This is again called Sunshine. Now these you're supposed to swirl, not shake, because we don't want the mica getting caught up in the nozzle. A lot of these times these things do get clogged. So I usually try to remember to wipe them down with paper towel when I'm done. So let's see what we get here. I'm going to start from the lightest colors and then layer on some of the darker colors. Some of these have sparkles, some of them don't. I also could do this with my Distress Oxide sprays. Maybe I'll do that next. This one's called Jack-o'-lantern. These things are really, really old, guys. Like I said, I just pulled them out of my stash. See, really kind of clogged nozzle there, which is why we're getting those heavier spots. It's okay. This one is Strawberry Pie. There used to be this really cool scrapbooking store down the road from me. It was like, I don't know, maybe a 25-minute drive. And I used to just love going there to look at stuff. And this was one of the things that they always had like on display. And I would go and buy one or two at a time. And then they went out of business, which is really sad, right? So many stores have gone out of business. And now there's no scrapbook store by me. All right, I'm going to go with this one. I think this one's called Log Cabin. It's like a chocolatey brown color. Oh, that's kind of dark. Let's be kind of not so liberal with that one. And you'll notice when I'm done spraying that I'm trying to remember to clean my nozzles off. I don't know what the name of this one is. Something-licious. But it's like a dark green. Oh, forgot to wipe that one off. Okay, this one's called Willow. It's another green. I might have too much green going on in here. I might have to go back in and add some more of that orange and yellow. Oh. This one's a leaky one. It's all over the place, all over the lid, everything. Now it's all over my fingers. That's what makes this fun. You know, generally I'm not a messy crafter, but every once in a while I like doing this kind of stuff and just being free and not expecting anything. Now this is that Spectrum Noir Sparkle ink that I put in here, and it's a little bit of a lighter green, but it is still green. But it's fun to do these things just to see, you know, what comes out of it. It could be something, it could be nothing. I don't know. Some more of that orange. Getting a little closer so I can try to get a little more detail out of it. And I think I'll layer in some more of this gold sunshine. Okay, I'm gonna lift the stencil. Ooh, I'll make another piece of paper and see if I can get a print off of it. Dripping. Dance. Sometimes you're just not so graceful. Okay, just gonna work with what I got here and very quickly lift this. That's kind of cool. Looks like a watercolor kind of look, right? Let me see if I can get some more in this corner here because I missed it. It's different. See, every once in a while I can get a little bit artsy. Even if it means getting messy. This looks like my kids went out and did like leaf prints. I'm going to leave that alone. I kind of like that. And this came out pretty cool. I like that. That's going to make a cool background. So we're going to put that aside. We'll let that dry. And again, I'm using heavyweight cardstock here. Just because I want it to be able to hold up. I'm going to just take a paper towel and wipe the top of this stencil off real quick. And I'm going to grab some Distress Oxides and we'll see how that comes out. Okay, so this is a little bit bigger piece of paper. Hopefully I have it sticky side down. I think I should spray this with some more spray. I don't think I have enough pixie spray on there. I gotta tell you, I wasn't going to buy the pixie spray. Got it at the stamp show, and now that I understand how to use it properly, the purpose of it, not just for like because I was like, well, I can just tape my stencils down. But these little intricate stencils, it really does kind of open up a whole new world for me on these, because normally I would just like not use the stencil. It's been in my stash forever because I wouldn't be able to get such a crisp, clean image out of it. Because it would come up, it would lift. And regular stencil spray, I showed you guys before, it stinks. It smells bad. All right, so we need to give this just a second to set, to dry. And let's see, let's grab some, I don't know that I have like fall colors. Let's see if we can make some. And again, there's no rhyme or reason here. We can make it anything we want. Some of these I haven't even opened yet. Now these you can shake up. So I have some fired brick, spiced marmalade. Apparently there's no ball in that one, or it's sticking. Vintage photo. couple of yellow squeeze lemonade. That might be too yellow. Mowed lawn and twisted citron. Okay, let's bring our paper back in. Reposition our stencil. Okay, sticking down pretty good there. Okay, I think the other colors I have are too bright. I have some wild honey in regular distress spray. We can try that. Ooh, and I have this antique bronze metallic spray. We'll try that. Sure, why not? Let's have fun with it, right? So I'm going to start with the wild honey regular distress spray. Okay, again, I'm going to try to remember to wipe the nozzles. And let's add the spiced marmalade with that. I don't know why this one doesn't have a ball in it, or if it's just stuck in there. I don't really hear it in there. Okay. Ooh, that's a pretty orange. Ooh, I like this already. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's add some greens, reds, and browns. My twisted citron looks like I had a little over shaking here. Still pretty. I'm just going to keep it on this side. And then I can just cut these down into background card panels. Okay, here's a brand new one I didn't even open yet. Fired brick. Making a big mess all over my desk, by the way. Oops. Spray. The harder you press, the more it sprays instead of shooting out. Oh my gosh, I'm getting it all over my clothes too. Okay. Oh. Okay. A little bit of vintage photo. Another new one. This is Mowed Lawn. Ooh. And I'm going to go in and add some of this mica. This is the copper. It's called Antique Bronze. I really want to shake that up. Okay. Doesn't really add a color, more so it adds the shimmer. Okay, so once again, I'm going to grab another piece of paper here. This time try to grab the stencil and lay it down so that we can get a good print off of it. I'm going to lift this up. Oh, that's really cool. I really like that. Move quickly here. That's pretty. Okay, let's see how these print. and go back over it again. Some of these lighter colors. Just a mixing of everything now. Some of that darker green. Okay, now I'm having fun. Making a mess and having fun. Looking at the giant spray that's all over my desk. Ooh, too much green on that one. Too much green. All right. I'm done. I'm done. Done making a mess. Now I've got more stuff to print. See, this is the problem, is I have so much fun with it, is that I want to do it again and again. All right. So now I'm just going to dab that off the top of the stencil. And because I mixed it, some of the Distress Oxides have this matte effect when it dries, the kind of whitish, and then the shimmer sprays have that sparkle to it. Okay, let's see. This is going to be different. We'll see how this looks. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, so now we'll let these dry. I will cut them down to kind of backgrounds. I'll take my stencil up and rinse it up under the sink, wipe my desk off, and then I'll come back and we'll see if we can make these into some fall cards. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I dried these off with the heat tool. The smaller one, the first one we did, I've already cut it in half, which are these here. And I had some old craft pre-made cut cards and envelopes, so I thought, well, I should use those up. So it's just like kind of just going through my stash. So I cut these to fit the front. So this is the one for the glitter card side and that. So that's this piece right here. As you can see, I just cut it out. And it's very pretty and shimmery. It looks really cool. I mean, these are going to be great backgrounds. So then my favorite one was the Distress Oxide one. And that's this one here. And I cut this one up, and then I also ran it through the I ran it through using these Elizabeth Craft Design frame dies. So these actually, I cut these down to card size, as you can see here, and then I ran them through this frame die, and it gives it this kind of pierced edge. So I thought it would be cute to kind of pop this up, or pop the frame up. So I did 2 like that, and 2 I left alone. And again, these are cut to 5.5 by 4 1/4, so standard A2 card size. I think I like that one that way. And it's fun to see how pretty these are. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but the Distress Oxide lays down a nice color, lots of pigment. And then that copper spray that I put over it, the Distressed Mica spray, this one in bronze, antique bronze, gives it a nice glow. There's a lot of shimmer on there. So very, very pretty. So these are ready to go. So I did 2 of those with the frame and 2 without the frame. And then this one I kind of left by itself because I'm thinking for this one, I have somewhere some leaf dies. Here's an old one. This is a little thinlet die, but I thought this would be pretty to use to die cut out with all those colors. Just because it's not as easy to see the leaf on there, the stencil, but I thought it'd be pretty to die cut these. So maybe we'll do that. And don't laugh at me. I don't have a very big autumn stash. So here's my autumn stash. I know you guys probably think, well, Nancy has everything. No, Nancy does not. So, this is a Gina K stamp set. I think I got this 2 years ago. So it has some sentiments, some leaves, and some matching dies. I have this You're Amazing from Lawn Fawn, and I think I used this one time. Here's another cute one. This is from Darcy's. This one is like a Thanksgiving one. It says, "We are thankful." There's a little sentiment, "Oh, Sweet Autumn" from Impression Obsession. This one's probably my favorite one. You guys have seen me use this before just because the sentiments are amazing. You're Invited, Sweater Weather, Autumn Greetings, Warm Hugs from Brutus Monroe. This one's called Autumn Sunrise. These little leaves are like little vellum sticky note leaves. These came out of a Hero Arts kit. And then this stamp set is from Tim Holtz. This one I think was released 2 years ago, Nature's Wonder. I don't have the skeleton leaves one, but I may consider that. We'll see. So that's all I have for like stamp sets. Now in terms of accessories, I have a lot of accessories. So let me just bring my little basket over here. So I have this little basket, and I keep everything that's kind of themed autumn in here. So all of the papers are kind of standing up in the background. So I have full like 12 by 12 paper in here, some kits and tags and things like that. But the smaller papers, a lot of embellishments, I should say. So these are different embellishments and stickers that I've purchased over the years. And you know, I don't make a lot of fall cards, so that's why I don't have a lot of these things. And I just pick up things here and there and throw them in here. So stickers, some die cuts, some, I don't know what that is, and like little 6x6 paper. So I'm sure I have collections of stuff where it's like all year, but if it's like strictly autumn fall themed, then I put it in this little bucket, and then my little stamps go in there, and I keep them all together. So just another way that I store my things. I'm sure that I have more die cuts somewhere, but they're in with the die cut. So anyway, let's move along here. I'm sure you guys are like, okay, what are we doing here, Nan? So I have these pre-made value pack cards and envelopes. Now, I stopped buying these because I very quickly realized that these are not A2 size. So let me show you what I mean. A regular A2 card. I have tape and paper everywhere. I'm just laughing at myself because I know when the kids come home, they're going to be like, "What happened to your room, Mom?" And I'm just going to be like, well, same thing that happens to you guys' room. All right, so a standard A2 card is a regular piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, cut in half by 5.5, and I just make my own card bases now. I don't buy the pre-made ones anymore because, number one, then my paper matches to what I'm using. Number two, it's cheaper to do it that way. And number three, I know it's going to be the right size for what I want. So when I first started out, I bought the pre-made cards, and then I realized, okay, these are not the right size. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so we just made 2 card bases really easy out of some heavyweight cardstock. This is what I bought. Now you'll notice that this is the same length, but the width is shorter. So this is 4 inches by 5.5, and it should be 4 1/4 by 5.5. So be careful when you're buying these because these are not A2 size. They're slightly slimmer, just so you guys have an idea. So 5.5 by 4 1/4 is your standard card size. So that's why I cut those two a little smaller than that. So I think I'm going to make these fairly simple. Let me move these two out of the way quick. So I think these are the 2 that I cut down. And of course, you can embellish with some burlap. That would be nice. Let me see what I have here. Oh yeah, I have this burlap ribbon, some jute ribbon. I have these little like doilies. They're like burlap doilies. We could cut one of those down. That would be pretty cool. So a couple different things we can use here to kind of embellish. No rhyme or reason, just playing around, just having some fun. No agenda here today. And you're allowed to do crafting without an agenda. You don't always have to be making something. Sometimes you just need to make a mess and let your creativity run wild until you get to a place where you feel that you're comfortable to stop. Because if you always have an agenda and you're always making something for someone, then when do you have time to make something for yourself that you just had fun doing it? So our paper is a little curled just because of how much moisture, but again, I used some heavy duty cardstock here, so we should be okay. And I just want to throw together some quick like fall cards, have them available if I need to send out a quick thank you note, a quick hi, how you doing? Maybe I need to throw one into like a thinking of you, something like that, maybe a birthday card. And these are very, very shimmery, and I know the camera's not picking that up, but there's a lot of glimmer in there. So pretty. So let's see here. I'm gonna grab some simple stuff out of here. I think what I'll do, not on camera, but off camera, is take this Gina K Thankful. So this is a stamp and a die. I think what I'll do is I'll stamp a handful of these out and cut them out and glue them on. I won't do those on camera, but I think that would be cute, like right there. Me, you know what? We're here. Let's just do it, Nance. Let's commit to it. We'll set our card bases aside. Actually, we'll continue to let them dry flat. Let's do it, Nance. All right, so I have some regular cardstock here. Actually, I think I'm going to use this one's a little thicker. And this is just spare cardstock on my desk. Nothing fancy schmancy here. I think we're going to heat emboss. Grabbed a couple of different ink colors and a couple of different embossing powders. So we're going to do our anti-static tool all over this piece of paper. Use your anti-static bag, your dryer sheets, your homemade, whatever you got. You don't got to go out and buy anything special. Just try to keep the fingerprints off of there. And we'll just do a couple in the heat embossing. And I have these really cool Brutus Monroe colors. Oh, that one's glitter. I don't know if I want the glitter. We'll try it anyway. This one's called Twisted Tangerine. This one was a color of the month last year, Golden Gourd. And this one's Coffee Grounds, which is a really deep, dark brown. And of course, I have a couple of embossing sheets here. So I'm just going to stamp out a couple. And I want to leave a little bit of space for border because we're going to die cut it. This first one's Twisted Tangerine. wonder if I can stamp them all and heat emboss them all at one time. Let's see how successful I am at that. All right, now I'm gonna shake out my embossing powder and turn that over on the back side. This one I'm going to go in with Golden Gourd. Very much the color of golden squash. This was named appropriately. Bravo, Christopher Allen. I'm not really worried too much about the stray bits because, like I said, this is going to be die cut. So, really not going to see it. Actually, I think I can use the same coffee filter one more time, just shaking it off. I don't see any leftover glitter or anything on there, so one more time. Trying to hopefully spread them far enough apart that I can get in with the die and not sacrifice any of our stamped images. I know I'm pushing it fairly close here. Okay, that's pretty good. That looks really pretty like that. Like that itself looks like a good card front. Sometimes I'm just easily amused with myself. Okay, so we can move those out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna heat emboss. I'm gonna pull my tweezers out just in case. Move everything else out of the way. Okay, doesn't that look pretty? All right, now the trick is, am I going to be able to die cut them without interfering with each other? We'll have to see here. Yes, that die is super tight, so should be okay. I'm gonna run these through my Gemini Junior. plate, magnetic shim, milky shim, and top plate. And we're going to feed that through the Gemini Junior. Should have did those on craft cardstock. Oh well. You'll learn. Okay, so there's the first one. Pretty. Alright, cut these other two out. And then we'll start throwing these cards together. All right, so we have two. We'll put those two cards together, and I'll cut out that last one off camera. Okay, so we have these two put together. Look at that. It just matches perfectly. Oh my gosh. So pretty. I think I'm going to pop these up. Some mini pop dots here. Some mini dimensionals. Where's my little pokey tool at? Use this. Like the perfect size to fit in here. Ta-da! Okay. Stop coming over here. Stay over there. All right. I'll just pull all the little bits off. And super simple, just kind of put thankful down here. I'm going to put some of these glittery stickers on here. I believe these I got from Hobby Lobby. Ooh, I think it looks pretty, just one. Yeah, because if we do too many, it distracts from our pretty background we made. These are felt glitter. Look at it! It's so cute! Oh, let's do another one. Let's do this one. So same thing. Man, that color matches perfectly. Stuck to my finger. To see some of my friends this weekend, so this will be cute. I'll write like a little note in there for them. These are like chipboard with felt and little buttons on them. So I think I'll use those and sprinkle them around. There we go. So just making a big mess, having some fun. I'll go through with the other ones and just do that. Just stamp some sentiments. And then on the inside, I'll put a little piece of white card just to strengthen this up a little bit and write my little note in there to my friends about how thankful I am to have them in my life. You never know. Maybe some of you guys will get one of these in the mail. That's all I have for today. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but hopefully you had fun going through the process with me. I know a lot of times I don't show you guys the ending of things, so I wanted to show you from front to back how you can create these cool autumn backgrounds, and hopefully you guys can see some of that shimmer come through and how much fun it was making them. If you have any questions about anything I use, post them down below. If you like this video, I appreciate your thumbs up. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like the first one with the glittery leaf? Or do you like the second one with the 3 leaves? Vote down below. Maybe a comment winner will get one of these in the mail. And again, keep on stamping. Bye-bye, guys.